Well, ever since this news broken out, the everybody has really gone crazy over the fact that Disney bought Lucasfilms, and yeah, they're just all over it. Most of them are all surprised, and now here the question at bait: was I surprised? Yes and no. I mean, yeah, I was surprised when I heard the news, but I kind of. Well, I didn't think Lucas would still sell it to Disney, but I did have a feeling that Lucas was going to sell it to somebody or at some point, and now would be that point. Mainly since the last Indiana Jones, the Crystal Skulls, turned out to be crap, which means that Disney will be dealing with Paramount on that. But Paramount's been pretty good with a lot of their shit. But yeah, Paramount's going to lose their main franchise guy, which is Indiana Jones. But I don't think that's the main reason why they bought Disney. And it had nothing to really do with the Avengers, neither, because slowly Paramount has been, Disney owns Marvel, and slowly Paramount has been giving the rights to the movies and everything and pushing it over into Disney's park. That's why when you look at the new Avengers movie, they say it was run by Paramount. I mean, run by Disney Studios and last on Paramount, even though it was Paramount who made all the films. But Paramount gave Disney the credit, and they're slowly running it into them, as well as Fox giving. Well, Fox didn't give it up. It's just Fox couldn't come up with a movie for the Daredevil movie, but Fox I think was the focus because none of you really know your history or have decided to make up your own version of how Lucas was just collecting money and money and more money ever since the first Star Wars out, and he built this great empire of cash just from the first movie, which isn't really true. The truth is that Lucas was in a little um, war of who owns the Star Wars rights with Fox, and it was pretty nasty, and it cost George a lot of money, as well as certain problems with marriages, and him having to success a certain amount of rights, and then finally being able to get enough money to get the rights for the original Star Wars films, which he did with the last three Star Wars films. I don't know the small details, but I do know it had a lot to do with Fox Studios just treating them like shit and not wanting to surrender the Star Wars rights to them, which is why Indiana Jones was done by Paramount because Paramount was a little bit more looser about it and didn't give him so much of a as big trouble as what was going on with Star Wars. That and he wanted to work with a guy who became his instant best friend, which was Spielberg. It's no big secret. Pretty much everybody knew that was true. See, the main problem that's going on with Fox and Disney right now has really nothing to do with Star Wars, even though that they've now added Star Wars to the problem list so that Disney can deal with Fox a lot. Is most of you don't understand. Yeah, they gave up the Daredevil franchise because they couldn't come up with a movie, and that's what the contract is. If they can't come up with another sequel or film series, that the movie rights transfers back to Marvel Studios. Daredevil did that, but they own two more rights, and Fox is busy trying to get a new Fantastic Four movie out there, as well as the Silver Surfer film, which may looks like it may not happen, and Disney's trying to get those rights back, but also because well, X Men First Class came out and it was somewhat of a success, and that I don't think suited very well with Disney. Because Disney did state that they did want those rights back from Fox, and Fox is ignoring them. And the main reason why Fox is ignoring them is because News Corp is going down. And if you know, News Corp owns Fox Studios, which, had some cell phone controversies. But it's not really the cell phone controversies that Disney is mad. It's just they don't care about the cell phone controversies. They want their rights back. They want the movie rights to their comic book characters back, and especially the X Men franchise. And I don't think they really give a flying fuck about what X Men First Class, if it was successful or not. So now they own the Star Wars franchise, which means that Fox has to hand all of their Star Wars movies, including the first three, because Lucas took forever to get a hold of that, and hand it all over to Disney. And that is going to hurt Fox. And of course, Disney's coming out with their own versions. Yeah, maybe it'll be good, hopefully. I didn't mind the first three, and I didn't mind the last three, even though everybody kept saying, Phil, the creator of this original series, is fucking up his own series. You didn't create the fucking series, so shut the fuck up. And Lucas did what he wanted to do with it, and he's done with it. Fucking A. Yeah, true. Gene Roddenberry of the Star Trek series kind of screwed up his own Star Trek series, but not. He didn't really screw it up that bad. And Paramount was forced to overstep him every once in a while. But yeah, he still created the damn show. It wouldn't have been popular without him. Of course, the next thing I know is there's still the problem with Sony and the fact that they outright own the rights to the Spider-Man movie franchise, which I don't think which I know Disney wants back, or Disney wants. But yeah, knowing the legal problems Lucas was having with Fox and the battles that Disney was having with Fox, I pretty much suspected that Lucas would pretty much sell Lucas films to somebody who hated Fox, and he did. Of course, I thought he would have sold it all to Paramount, but instead he seemed to have sold it to Disney. That came out of nowhere. And let me tell you, Paramount is no fan of Fox as well. And don't worry about Paramount losing the Indiana Jones franchise. They still got the whole entire Star Trek franchise. And of course, Warner Brothers is running the Star Wars TV show on Cartoon Network, which thankfully Disney and Warner Brothers are not, well, even though both own comic book companies now, are not exactly hating each other. Mainly because Warner Brothers got the right to Blade, and instead of and the rights renewed to once it landed at Warner Brothers laps, but they took the rights and just handed it back to Disney and said no fuss, no muss. So they'll probably just say end the show now, or and allow Warner Brothers to end the series, or just cancel it outright, or just let them keep going on with it. I'm pretty much for a letter where they'll just let them have one final season and then let them appropriately end the series. But we'll see.